Haftara for Vaishlach, God's trumpet call presence, Obadiah chapter 1, verse 1 to 21. Worshipper of YHWH. As vocalized in the Masoretic text, Obadiah means worshipper of YHWH. According to Rabbinical literature, Obadiah was a proselyte of Edomite origin and is said to have been a descendant of Eliphaz, the friend of Job. Some say that he was chosen to prophesy against Edom because he was himself an Edomite. Moreover, he lived with two godless persons, that is, Ahab and Jezebel, and did not follow their wicked works. On the other hand, Esau was brought up by two pious persons, Isaac and Rebekah, but failed to imitate their good deeds. Obadiah is supposed to have received the gift of prophecy for having hidden 100 prophets from Jezebel's persecution. Obadiah was very rich, but all his wealth was expended in feeding the poor prophets. Finally, he had to borrow money at interest from Ahab's son Jehoram. Genesis chapter 36 verse 1 states, "This is the account of the family line of Esau, that is Edom. Esau is the twin brother of Jacob. They reconciled as stated in Genesis chapter 33, but there were many clashes between them for centuries." Numbers chapter 20 verse 14 to 21. 2 Samuel chapter 8 verse 13 to 14. Edom's capital, Petra, is a city of sandstone cliffs, a major city of biblical Edomites, reachable by narrow roads. The book of Obadiah is only one chapter. It is the shortest book in the Old Testament. It carries a prophecy against the kingdom of Edom, the descendants of Esau, Jacob's twin brother. It's about the looming downfall of Edom due to its pride and mistreatment of Israel. Within its warning, it holds a glimmer of hope for the restoration of Israel. Obadiah's vision is about judgment of Edom. The destruction of Edom, chapter 1, verse 9. The sin of Edom, verse 10 to 14. The day of the Lord for all nations, verse 15 to 21. Destruction of the nations, verse 15 to 16. The deliverance of Israel, verse 17 to 21. Vision concerning Edom. Prophet Obadiah receives a divine vision concerning Edom. The term vision indicates a divine revelation, suggesting that Obadiah received this message directly from God. The Lord God says, "This is the vision of Obadiah." That is what the Lord God says about Edom. "We have heard a message from the Lord. An envoy has been sent among the nations to say, 'Rise up and let us go to battle against her. Behold, I will make you small among the nations. You will be deeply despised. Rise up and let us go to battle against her. Behold, I will make you small among the nations. You will be deeply despised." Obadiah chapter 1 verse 1 to 2. Edom feels it's untouchable in her mountain strongholds, but God vows to bring her down. The use of "we" suggests that this message was not only for Obadiah but was also confirmed by other prophets and leaders. Edom's devastation. Obadiah chapter 1 verse 5 to 6. "If thieves come to you, if robbers by night, oh, how will you be ruined? Would they not steal only what they wanted? If grape gatherers came to you, would they not leave some gleanings? But how Esau will be pillaged and hidden treasures sought out." Here Obadiah is using imagery of thieves and grape gatherers and shows that Edom's devastation will go beyond normal. Nothing will be left. Esau's hidden treasures will be searched out and seized. All the men allied with you will drive you to the border. Vision concerning Edom. Fall of Edom's warriors. Obadiah chapter 1 verse 7 to 9. All the men allied with you will drive you to the border. The men at peace with you will deceive and overpower you. Those who eat your bread will set a trap for you without your awareness of it. In that day, declares the Lord, will I not destroy the wise men of Edom and the men of understanding in the mountains of Esau? Then your mighty men, O Teman, will be terrified, so that everyone in the mountains of Esau will be cut down in the slaughter. Obadiah chapter 1 verse 7 to 9. Obadiah prophesied that all Edom's allies will turn against her, ambushing her at the border. Even her wise and mighty men will be destroyed. The Lord's charge against Edom. Obadiah chapter 1 verse 10 to 14. Because of the violence against your brother Jacob, you will be covered with shame and cut off forever. On the day you stood aloof, while strangers carried off his wealth and foreigners entered his gates and cast lots for Jerusalem, you were just like one of them. But you should not gloat in that day, your brother's day of misfortune, nor rejoice over the people of Judah in the day of their destruction, nor boast proudly in the day of their distress. You should not enter the gate of my people in the day of their disaster, nor gloat over their affliction in the day of their disaster, nor loot their wealth in the day of their disaster. Nor should you stand at the crossroads to cut off their fugitives, nor deliver up their survivors in the day of their distress. Obadiah chapter 1 verse 10 to 14. Edom gloated and participated in the looting when Jerusalem fell, and because of this, the Lord held her guilty. Edom blocked fugitives and handed survivors over to the enemy. The day of the Lord. Obadiah chapter 1 verse 15 to 16. For the day of the Lord is near for all the nations. As you have done, it will be done to you. Your recompense will return upon your own head. For as you drank on my holy mountain, so all the nations will drink continually. They will drink and gulp it down. They will be as if they had never existed. Obadiah chapter 1 verse 15 to 16. The prophecy said what the Lord's day is near to all the nations. What Edom did will be done to her. As Judah drank the cup of suffering, so will Edom, and every proud nation will drink the cup of suffering continually. Deliverance for Jacob. Deliverance for Jacob. Obadiah chapter 1 verse 17 to 18. But on Mount Zion there will be deliverance, and it will be holy, and the house of Jacob will reclaim their possession. Then the house of Jacob will be a blazing fire, and the house of Joseph a burning flame. But the house of Esau will be stubble. Jacob will set it ablaze and consume it. Therefore no survivors will remain from the house of Esau. Obadiah chapter 1 verse 17 to 18. On Mount Zion there will be deliverance, holiness and possession. Jacob will reclaim his inheritance. Joseph will be a flame. A recorded map and the kingdom of the Lord. Obadiah chapter 1 verse 19 to 21. Those from Negev will possess the mountains of Esau. Those from the foothills will possess the land of the Philistines. They will occupy the fields of Ephraim and Samaria, and Benjamin will possess Gilead. And the exiles of this host of the Israelites will possess the land of the Canaanites as far as Zarephath. And the exiles from Jerusalem who are in Sephard will possess the cities of Negev. The deliverers will ascend Mount Zion to rule over the mountains of Esau, and the kingdom will belong to the Lord. Obadiah prophesied that Israelites will move and occupy the territories westward, northward, and as far as the Negev. Deliverers will ascend Mount Zion to govern the Mount Esau, and the kingdom will belong to the Lord. Practical applications. Obadiah's message reminds us to guard ourselves against pride, whether it is national, personal, or spiritual. James chapter 4 verse 6 states, "The Lord opposes the proud." Our security must not be built on position or wealth. We are also reminded not to rejoice over other people's misfortunes or downfall. Verse 12 states, "You should not gloat over your brother in the day of his calamity." According to Genesis chapter 12 verse 3, the blessings or curses hinge on treatment of Abraham's seed. We are to stand with God's people. We are to trust in the Lord's final kingdom. We are in a chaotic world, but we have the hope of Messiah's return, and Obadiah reminds us that the kingdom will be the Lord's, and Messiah Yeshua will reign over us. About Edom. Excavations at Petra reveals advanced water channels and storerooms carved into cliffs corresponding to hidden treasures. Verse 6. The king's highway and trade routes made Edom wealthy through tolls on caravans, which is in line with Obadiah's emphasis on plundered riches. Please share this video, remember to like it and subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching.